and welcome back to the online KidSpace Planetarium. I'm Auntie Kate, and this is our edition of Night Skies this week. For our talk this week, I thought I would go ahead and show you a dim constellation that will be out in our night skies. And I'm going to also show you one of my favorite open clusters, known as the Beehive. So let's begin. As always, down on the bottom left of your screen is our day and timestamp, as well as our location. And you can see, of course, we are still in Westminster, Colorado, but our date is set to this coming Thursday, April 8th, and our time is now about 20 minutes after 1900 hours, or 7 p.m. on Thursday night. We know that whenever we go out stargazing, the best place to start is first by knowing which way we are looking in our skies by labeling those cardinal directions. And we know that the sun, the moon, the planets, and all of our stars appear to rise out of the east to go and set in the west. And so we can see our sun setting there on the right. Our stars are appearing to move towards the right. So that means on our right side is west, which leaves east to our left. And with our view here, we are looking pretty much right on the tippy top of our head, just looking straight up. So that makes north towards the top of our screen and, of course, south down along the bottom. And we can always verify this simply by finding our Big Dipper in the sky, as our Big Dipper always points to our North Star. And our North Star is that star Polaris, right? And luckily for us, we do need to start with the Big Dipper in order to find Cancer the crab. So if we look towards the top of our screen, a little towards the left, we have the 7 stars that make up our measuring spoon here in the nighttime. Of course, those stars are part of a larger constellation known as Ursa Major, the greater bear. Right? And our bears have those long cat-like looking tails in the night skies. But by finding our Big Dipper, we can use our pointer stars at the end of the measuring cup to point up towards our North Star Polaris, which is just, as you see, out of reach of our screen. But so now we know for sure north is up along the top. But if we are looking at our Big Dipper, right, I'm going to bring up that star line one more time here. We can use not the pointer stars, so not these 2 stars, but we can use the 2 stars here on the other end of our cup. And if we draw a line through these stars heading in the opposite direction we went to find our North Star, we will come to the bright star of Leo the Lion, which is the star Regulus, this star here. And Regulus not only marks the heart of Leo the Lion, but it also marks that point on the bottom of a question mark. For Leo is the backwards question mark in our skies. And I've been told he must be very confused if his head is the backwards question mark. So if we go from Regulus up, we'll start seeing the stars here forming that question mark shape. And so these stars mark the back end of Leo's head. Then with our stars here, we form the body of Leo, nice rectangular shape with, again, Regulus marking his heart. And then the 3 stars here at the end mark his tail in the night sky. So here he is, and of course, here's his picture as well. Leo the Lion is seen chasing Cancer the crab. And so Cancer is going to be right in front of Leo. But the trick to see that you have found Cancer is, well, we first need to also find Orion, our hunter. And Orion is over there in the bottom right corner. So again, I'm going to select that star Betelgeuse. You know how I like that star. That is our right armpit of Orion. And if we draw a line from the star that marks his left armpit, Bellatrix, and go through the star Betelgeuse, we'll come to his puppies here in the sky known as Procyon. Right? So if we reach over to this star Procyon, we have gone too far to finding Cancer. But right in between our puppy in the sky and our lion is Cancer the crab. So here is Cancer. And I'm going to go ahead and move it just so, oops, that was a little shaky there. I do apologize. But we're going to go ahead and zoom in just a smidgen here to see Cancer the crab. And so the stars that make up Cancer are very faint. When we have a full moon out, they are near impossible to see. But luckily for us, our moon isn't going to rise until closer to sunrise. So perfect time to try and spot out Cancer. And if we zoom in, you can start to see, if I get rid of the image, there's this nice little cluster right here in the skies. And if I label it, you can see it is the Beehive. So let's go ahead and just bring that to our sweet spot here. This cluster you can see with your naked eyes, so without a telescope or without a pair of binoculars. The trick to seeing it without those is by looking at that star Regulus, because then to the right in the corner of your eyes, you'll make out this fuzzy appearance here in the skies. And it gets the name Beehive simply because it looks like a bunch of bees chaotically flying around looking for the pollen, and their beehive is somewhere there in that center where you see Beehive Cluster. So it's a really pretty cluster to see. The other little tidbit here to note is that there are some NGC numbers on our screen in little red circles. NGC means New General Catalog, and those red circles are marking distant galaxies far beyond this open cluster of stars here. Now, that will bring us to the end of our Star Tour. But of course, if you would like to have a special shout out for anyone in your family, you are more than welcome to send me an email at kate.hall@kidspacelaunch.org, and I will be more than happy to do a special shout out for you on the next chat or closer to the kiddo's birthday. And if you do like to hear our Star Tours, do help us stay open by donating to KidSpace Launch so that we may continue providing these Star Tours for you. And of course, from all of us here at KidSpace, thanks for watching and happy stargazing.